Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Hope everyone's all well. West Ham United, have gone to Old Trafford and won unbelievably. Do you know what I mean? Manchester United 0, West Ham United 2, and stunned to say the least. I did not see that one coming. That to me is the best performance of the season, hands down for me. Not the Arsenal one. I think that one today was the one. I thought we was good from start to finish. Here he is. Look. I told you so. You mean don't want people like that at this club? Do you mean I told you so bollocks? Because no one told me fuck all, mate. No one. Every person for West Ham is going to get hammered today. So we've all got to hold the L. Do you know what I mean? And respect the win, so to speak. I'll start off at the beginning. I thought we was well organised today. Makes a change for West Ham. But for once, we was well organised. And Manchester United, I'm not going to get giddy about it. They were fucking awful. Absolutely shockingly shit. Right. And we sort of played into the game, done our bits. These people keep slagging off Kudus. They can fuck off out the room and all. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because he ain't that bad. Today, he makes the first goal. Yeah, helps Wan-Bissaka, gets the crossing, bang, goal. He's there for the third goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Pass it to Wan-Bissaka again. Wan-Bissaka gets the ball across. He ain't that bad. But listen, I don't give a fuck, mate. Right? My missus is not happy about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she's a Mancunian. So, there is wins today, ladies and gentlemen. Wins. And I am winning on the pitch and off it tonight. I will say that. Let's get this man in. Jay, how do you feel about that song?
Oh, we are so back.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say
yeah,
that
mate. It was a really good performance. I can't really complain about too much. We've gone to Old Trafford and won for the first time in the Premier League in 18 years, I want to say.
2007 Tevez.
We don't go there and win. We do not go there and win. So absolutely delighted. I thought it was a great team performance. I thought the setup, obviously, there was a big meltdown about the setup at the start. It worked, did everything we needed to do. We were a better team in the second half. We got the second goal and then we shut up shop. Perfect. Absolutely delighted, mate. Absolutely delighted.
Do you think, though, that it was a case of we was decent, but Manchester United were fucking awful? They didn't do anything against us at all. Really?
I think the two can both be correct. I don't think one of those is more correct than the other. That United team were dreadful. But we took advantage of a team that have got their eyes elsewhere. I thought United, they obviously rotated a bit, but they still had some talent on the pitch. They still had Bruno Fernandes out there, Agate, Mazraoui, Mainu. Like, they've still got some good players out there. And we managed to make sure that we stopped the ball at source for the most part. I thought Fernandes, if he'd have got cooking, he could have done a lot of damage. And we managed to keep him quiet enough. So I do think that United side were poor, but we've gone and lost there to poor United sides in the past. Let's make no mistake about it. We've gone there and had games where we've come away and gone, how have we not won that game? How have we not at least got a point out of that? So it would have been very West Ham to turn up there and not get anything. So
I've got to say this also. Shout out to that comment. I thought he was fucking excellent in the second half. That save he done from Hoyland at a stage where if they go and score, then it's a completely different game. And obviously Potter had subbed off Bowen and Kudus before then. Do you know what I'm saying? So, it was a case of like, they scored, then they're going to throw the whole of fucking Manchester at us. Let's bring in Big P, see what he wants to say.
Hello, mate. You all right?
All good, mate. What do you make of that today?
Thought it was our best performance of the season, and I've got the answer to your question about Guido starting the game, and that is because it hasn't worked all season without him, and today it's worked with him. I thought that he was superb today, and he run himself into the ground, and that's why we had to make the change. If I had to pick a negative out, why do we sit back at 2-0? It just puts the frights on me. Just keep going at them because they look vulnerable. They look vulnerable today. But every single one of them today can hold their heads high and go, do you know what? We put in a shift today because that's what they did. I
completely agree. Listen, I'm not going to be here, sit here and be negative. I didn't understand the Guido Rodriguez selection. And I haven't asked you yet, Jay, but can you understand the Guido Rodriguez selection because he hasn't been seen for 4 months?
Yeah, I was as baffled as everyone, mate.
Yeah,
I was
that's what I'm saying.
as baffled as everyone. I think it goes to show how short we are in centre midfield. That he's obviously fallen out with Alvarez. He wanted to push Suchek further up the pitch, and the only other guy that we've got is Guido Rodriguez. So he brings him in, and he dropped a really, really good performance. So yeah, really pleased for him. I'm more hoping than anything it puts him in the shop window for the summer. And if he plays the last couple of games, has some good performances, and then we manage to move him on, I think great. But yeah, I was as shocked as everyone, and I'm pleased for him.
Big P, who's your best player today for you?
Me, I think he was playing out of position, started out of position. Wan-Bissaka again. I thought he was brilliant on the left side. He kept Ahmad pretty quiet. I thought he would be their danger man. He kept him pretty quiet in the first half and the majority of the second, and then he moved to the right side as well. I thought, and we know we've seen it all season from Wan-Bissaka, but I had my frights about him because he's not really that great on his right foot, let alone his left foot. Do you know what I mean? But I tell you what, he was superb again today for West Ham.
What'd you make of Potter before I let you go? What'd you make of Potter today? Got everything right, didn't he?
He did, mate. And I was one, when we got rid of Julian, I was one to say, get him in. Get Potter in. Let's get a bit of stability. Let's work with it. And it hasn't worked out for him as of yet. My only thing would be, let's just give him a bit more time. Let's give him a transfer window at least. See what he does in the summer. It looks like he's going to ship a lot of players out. A lot of the deadwood are going. We've seen it with Creswell, Fab, Kufal, and Danny Ings. So we've seen that he's now starting to release players. To do it this quick in a season, for me, I thought it was a bit strange to do it now. But he's done it. And then just give him time. Let's give him time. Let's see how we start next year. Give him till Christmas. I say give him till Christmas, and then we start to really judge him as a person and a manager.
Yeah, fair play, mate. Right, I'm going to let you go, mate. All right?
Thank you, mate. Thanks for having me on. But all the best. Keep it up, mate.
No worries, man. Peace. One thing I am going to say is that anyone who keeps saying about Thomas Suchek leaving this fucking club, they've got to get in the bin and all. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's a man who pops up with big goals. Like he does it again today. He does. Him and Bowen are the only two players, really, when I look at West Ham's squad, who understand West Ham. What do you make of Suchek today, mate?
Mate, he done exactly like what he was in the side for, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I was as worried as anyone was at 0-0 and at the start of the game when I looked at the lineup, I looked at the setup, and you had Suchek effectively as a number 9 for large parts of the first half, pushing forward and splitting the two forwards and pushing them out wide, which puts Bowen in a more comfortable position. But I was like, you need someone with a bit of cutting edge there. Lo and behold, who pops up with the first goal? Thomas Suchek. Who's leading the press the whole time? Thomas Suchek. Who's there, like, driving the team forward? Even G and the fans up at, like, 65, 70 minutes. Like he was doing everything, mate. He was doing absolutely everything. This guy is everything that we need in this rebuild, if you want to call it a rebuild that we're going to go through in the summer. It's got to involve Thomas Suchek. Like, I absolutely love the bloke. Amount of goals he scored. I saw a stat from somewhere, I can't remember who, but he's 7th top Premier League goal scorer for West Ham of all time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That is crazy how like consistent this guy is. So people have got to respect Thomas Suchek. I thought he was absolutely brilliant today.
Do you know what? He hasn't always been my most favourite player because I can understand when people don't want him here, I can understand what they're saying. He's not good on the ground. He's simply not good on the ground. But he's one player that gets it. He gets West Ham United and he scores goals and big goals at that. And you know what? Today he runned everywhere. I remember the sort of geeing up in the second half to sort of get the fans going. And he's one of us. He's one of us. And so no one should really want him out the door. And especially if this is a major rebuild, we need to get rid of everyone who isn't fit. He's fit for a job, whether that's on the bench or starting, he's fit. Let's talk about the main man of the moment at West Ham United. Hammer of the Year, winner. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Jay. £15 million for this geezer. This geezer's worth about 80 million, isn't he? Fucking hell.
What a steal, mate. What an absolute steal. He was at the heart of everything that we did well, whether it was defensively or transitioning and going forward. I was just staggered, mate. I really like him at left wing back, you know. I really like him at left wing back. I know it's not his natural position. Who even knows what his natural position is nowadays? He's gone and become this right wing back. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. Left wing back today, thought he was excellent, cutting insides, getting involved with Kudus. He was at the heart of the first goal as well. That little cut inside and reverse pass to Kudus, and then Kudus's dummy and then cross. Brilliant football. absolutely brilliant football. So I really like him out there. Can we get more out of him at like a right centre-back role? I don't know. I'm just enjoying watching him play at the moment. I think he's done really well. The question was, what Wan-Bissaka were we going to get today? Were we going to get him turn up and play the flicks and tricks like he's playing in front of the girls and sick form at lunchtime? Or was he going to go into a bit of a hole and try and protect himself? We got the former. And he was sublime, mate. He was absolutely sublime. Agree. I think he was probably my man of the match today. Like I say, I thought everything he did was great. And where would we be without him? Him and Bowen and Suchek have been the 3 saving graces of West Ham this season. That's the pitch.
I knew Paul would be in here because me and Paul have been having it on Twitter, mate. Fuck me, he loves to try and pull me up, this geezer. But I stand by what I said about Scholes and Cresswell thing. Sullivan by was about time this fucking owner got something right, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He's got enough wrong over the years. And if he gets this one right, then fair enough. I can sort of applaud him for that, but then slag him for about 85 things he's got wrong. I thought he was excellent today, Wan-Bissaka, right? I am going to say about Mo, because this thing that everyone's got with him, and there's people that are literally going on like a vigilante hunt on Mohamed Kudus. What did you make of Mo today? Because I thought Mo was all right today. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. He frustrates me so much because he'll show glimpses of what he's capable of. Like I say, the first and the second goal were the epitome of Mo Kudus. That first goal, he makes a brilliant run, dummy cross goal. Like it was brilliant. There's times he's dropping off, he's getting on the ball, he's causing problems. And then there's other times I was screaming at him for the second goal to pass to Bowen. I was screaming at my TV screen. He drives through. He's got Bowen free on the right-hand side. Luckily, his shot gets blocked. Wan-Bissaka plays a great cross in and we scored a second. You kind of saw the dichotomy of Mo Kudus today. He's full of quality. And I think anyone who doubts his quality is wrong, in my opinion. I always doubt not always, but I've doubted his attitude. I've doubted his desire, his commitment to West Ham. I think you could see at times the game wasn't going his way and he kind of walked around a little bit, and times it was going his way and he was up for it. So, yeah, I had no problems with him today, but we definitely saw the dichotomy of Mo Kudus.
Yeah, but could you look at this and go, everyone's had a shit season. The club's been shit, right? The only people who have suffered this season are the fans. Could you sort of go, fresh, clean slate in the summer, we start again with Mo Kudus next season? Or is it that people have got this thing with him that they just can't let go of this season? Because I've seen players over the years be shit at this club, and I've seen it at other clubs. I remember Joe Linton, and I will say that quite clearly. Joe Linton at Newcastle, they fucking hated him, right, where he was playing. And then the manager comes in and fucking rejuvenates the geezer, and he's like a hero up there at Newcastle. So I just feel that this season's been a shit season for everyone. Next season, it's a fresh new slate, and he's one of our better players. Like, do you know what I mean? We shouldn't have to be selling like Mo for 80 mil, right? And people think we're going to get 80 mil for this geezer, right? Don't think we're going to get 80 mil for him when Sullivan's probably going to cop about 25, 30 of that himself. So, like, come on, we all know. So, you know, I don't get the sort of vendetta against Kudus. I thought he was all right today. I thought he does good work on the first goal. I think it was like a 25 pass build-up when he hit the first goal, which was...
Mate, it was such good football, wasn't it? Such good football.
It was about time. I was thinking, fuck me, I had to count them passes back. But, you know, I just don't get the Mo thing. I just don't get that. Before we come to Potter, what do you make the subs? The substitution of Bowen, because he didn't like it.
He didn't like it, did he? Mate, there's times he's going to have to come off. Like, you look at it two ways, right? Do you ever take your captain off? Should you ever take your captain off? Probably not, because he's the game changer. But he had changed the game, and that was probably the time we needed to make changes. So I'm relaxed about it.
Shout out to Thomas, because he's having a poor night tonight. Poor lad. He said, I moaned when the team was announced, and my miss said we would win. I said, I don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. Guess how my evening's going there. You and me, Thomas, like, she's quiet out there, mate, because the Mancunians are fucking defeated, sweetheart, aren't they? Do you know what I'm saying? But never been more quieter. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen, I'm happy with today. Yeah, I was shocked at the lineup. I wasn't happy in regards of fucking Guido starting, and I know Cam's in the chat there, like,
I was gonna say
begging him, right? But Cam's in there fucking begging. For me, nah, like, he's not good enough, this geezer, and I just thought he was bang average today, if I'm being honest. What did you think of him today, honestly?
We're talking Guido, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, I thought he was solid. I thought he was fine. I wouldn't like bang average. Like I wouldn't say
Right.
bang average. I thought everything he needed to do, he did fine. He did absolutely fine.
Right, was that his best performance in a West Ham shirt today?
His best performance in a West Ham shirt for me was that first 45 minutes away at Spurs.
Yeah, completely agree. Today, I didn't really see. I don't think a lot happened with him. When I look at other players in there, and even Ward-Prowse to a point, I really didn't see. Like, he had a good chance in the second half, early in the second half. He should be burying that. So, Angel's come in. He said, "Congratulations, guys, from a Man United fan. We're shot."
Fair play.
Fair enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, let's come to Potter. Jay, talk to me about Graham Potter. And shout out to Phil, who's just become a member of E20 Zone TV.
Shout out Phil. Good man.
Shout out Phil, man. What
the question I like, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because we can't draw too many conclusions from this game. He was obviously under pressure. We were without a win in 7, yet he's still taking us away to Arsenal, Manchester United, and won this season. So fair play. Anyone who did both away days, like good luck to you. Fair play. Obviously, I was at the Arsenal game. I saw there was the odd spare ticket floating about. I'll be honest, like maybe 5% of me was tempted, but the other 95% of me was like, I'd rather just sit at home and relax. And now I'm the one with egg on my face, and the people who are hopping on the train back to St. Pancras or wherever it comes in will be delighted. So fair play. Look, Potter, let's look at it this way. When we looked at the lineup, we all questioned him. We look at the result now. Can't question a single thing that he's done. I think it was Trod, you said subs almost cost us. Valid. It would be typical, wouldn't it, if Bowen and Kudus both come off and immediately concede?
Just to say that, and I do agree with Trod on that, if that happens and say they score when Areola does that save, and shout out to Areola today because he kept us in that game with 2 good saves in the second half. If that goal goes in and we end up drawing that game, for instance, is it a completely different vibe? Because subbing Bowen off though, Jay, is fucking weird.
I don't know if it is. So the point I was going to make was look at. I don't want to bring them up, but look at Arsenal, right? Arsenal, Arteta flogs the same players again and again and again and again, and then complains about injuries, right? We haven't had a congested fixture list. We haven't got that issue this season. I'd love to have that issue, but we haven't got it. So there's got to be a time where you go, right, maybe we bring someone out the firing line and bring someone else on. He obviously changed. Actually, no, he didn't change the system. I thought he was going to change the system completely when he brought
Not really, no.
But he put him and Soler up there, which was, was odd. But I think he just wanted more energy. I don't know, like it worked. There was nothing wrong with it. Fulker had come on, he put himself about. He kept Bowen off for 15 minutes, give him a well-earned rest. If there was stuff riding on it, maybe I'd want to see Bowen still going. But like it was 17th against 15th and we were 2-0 up. I've got no issue with it, mate, personally.
Well, we're off the 17th spot, lads.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Shout out to all that. I mean, we're not 17th no more. I mean, there is still hope for this season. One thing I will say with Potter in regards to the subs, I thought it was fucking brave to take both Kudus and Bowen off at that time. And I looked at the time, it was like 72nd minute. I was thinking, fuck me, if this goes the wrong way, you're going to get some stick, especially from me on this. He brings the subs on. Tadebo can't complete 90 minutes again, which is a fucking shame. Do you know what I mean? This is getting me on a fucking joke, that is. And and we see it out. Listen, I'll give Potter his due today. He got it right. And there's a lot of people, including myself, with egg on our faces saying, well, what the fuck was that team about? But I don't think Manchester United were anywhere near good today either. So I think both things balanced themselves out, and we was the better of the shit, if I'm being honest. I'm going to get to that comment there from Sean. Yeah, shout out to Sean Edwards. Big shout out to all the West Ham fans who travelled all the way to Old Trafford today. Heard you all on the way through the game today. Completely agree. And look, 13th charge incoming. There you go. there you go. Right, Jay. Anything else you want to add on today?
It'd just be interesting. I hope we can finish the season on a high. We've got a Notts Forest who are bang out of form and who look like they've thrown the Champions League away. And we normally touch wood. We normally turn them over at London Stadium. Beaten 3-2 last season, 4-0 the year before. So we normally score a few goals past this lot, and it will be the perfect kind of game. The games that Potter's managed to win this season have tended to be the games where we've needed to absorb pressure. and then we've needed to take our chances. You look at like the likes of this game. You look at the likes of Arsenal. There's not many to pick from games that he's won, but those have tended to be the good games. And look, that might be that kind of game. So let's see what we can do. If we manage to get another 4 points from the rest of the season, and we manage to end up like 14th, maybe even 13th, who knows? I'm not going to say it's a great season, but it will end up better than it could have been. So,
is it the best performance of the season for you? This game?
No, I think Arsenal away was. Arsenal were a much better side than this man. And I'll take your point. This Man U side were awful. They were absolutely awful. Yeah. But again, the point I made earlier, all you can do is turn up to Old Trafford and try and beat them, because we've failed to do that for the last 17 years.
Yeah, but when I say that though, Jay, what I mean is it the best overall performance? Because I don't really remember West Ham doing a lot wrong today. Whereas against Arsenal, there was moments where we were sitting there and we was getting away with it, especially in the second half. And the thing is with the Arsenal game is a lot went in their favour. We scored just before half time. They had a man sent off, and we was defending. And listen, they had no strikers there, and like I thought today, West Ham done everything right. They defended well. They attacked when they had to attack. I think both goals are good goals. Like it just feels like this one feels a bit more, especially with the run that we've been on and all. If that makes sense.
I get what you're saying. I guess in terms of like having a game under control and feeling like even at 2-0, obviously I'm a West Ham fan, so even at 90 minutes, I'm sitting there going, please just blow the whistle. But even at 90 minutes, I'm sitting there going, we're good value for 2-0 today. But my point is like going away to Arsenal and winning is just a baffling achievement for the level of this West Ham side. So I'd still say that pops it for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree with Dick. One thing I will say is a finish above Moyes would be nice. We need to get Moyes out of our heads, mate. Fucking hell, it's still going on. You know what I mean? It's still going on about Moyes. Right, let's get to this comment before we wrap up. Not easy, Arsenal. They were right there for the title at that point. Yeah, I completely agree.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Suchek was immense today. A new striker and captain, saying the whole team played as a team. Completely agree on that, mate. I really do. My final thought is this. Very, very proud of West Ham today because I've got to take a big L. I did not see that one fucking coming at all. When he picked that lineup, me with a lot of others were going, what is all this lineup about? But West Ham seem to win games when we're not supposed to win. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like with lineups that we're not supposed to really put out. I thought everyone held their own today, and it was good to see. I'm not going to get too carried away. I'm not, because Manchester United were fucking awful, and they really didn't do a lot in that game other than a few chances in the second half. Because the first half they done nothing. Next week will be interesting. It'll be the final game at home, so it's going to be a lot of tears, a lot of people like saying goodbye to a lot of players before the summer. So it's going to be interesting to see against the Forest side, who are a decent side, yeah. And I know they're in a bad run, but they're still competing for at least top 6. And we will know next week. We will know if this is a start of something. If it is, if West Ham can beat Manchester United and not be beaten against Ipswich and Nottingham Forest, it's a start. And we've got to start somewhere. Yeah. And in part, I might get a bit of leeway. I was getting concerned, though, that we hadn't won a game in 7. And he was fucking about quite a lot with like team selections and giving away goals and games and things like that. And we will know in the future from there. But listen, we haven't won a game at Old Trafford since 2007, and the famous Carlos Tevez goal that kept us up in the piss and the rain. Today it was in the sunshine, so there you go. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell. I will be doing the player ratings shortly, and that will be up later on tonight. It's going to be interesting ratings, and we're going to have to give Guido a good rating, otherwise Cameron will fucking hunt me down and want to execute me or something. Anyway, enough from me. Take care of yourselves out there. Be good, be well, and be happy. We just won at fucking Old Trafford. Peace.